Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to talk to my supporters, my fans, and the people who have been following us. Sorry, I am not wearing a mask, just to make it clear, and we've maintained social distances. We have followed the SOPs in this interview, so I'm assuming we are all safe. We were actually supposed to leave from Barara, and the night before we left, my navigator calls and says the wife has been taken ill, and there is no way he was going to participate. And I think it was fair for us to withdraw and not try and get a navigator last minute, because to get a navigator last minute again would bring in its own issues. Barara is always a favorite. MMC, Barara Motor Club, is always very good at hosting, and we always look forward to going to Barara. The people are nice, the place is nice, the rallies are nice, and we were pleased to see that my friend Rakataka managed to get the podium, and we are happy for him. I'm sad that there was a lot of misunderstanding and kavuyo that happened, which should not have happened in the beginning of the year. And that's the sadness I have about that. Now we are preparing for the Jinja rally, and we will see all you beautiful people there.
Should we expect you back in Jinja?
Inshallah, I am planning to come back in Jinja. We've worked on the car is good, so the team is good. We've lost some crew members along the way, we've got in others, so we do have a strong team.
What did you miss? What do you feel that you missed in Barara, and what is that anxiety?
No, I'll tell you one thing. Barara is, I think the way the event is generally prepared, you know, it tests both machine and driver, number one. Number two, the people there are just beautiful. That I can say about the whole of Uganda. I don't think any place you go that you'll meet hostile people. So that's the beauty of Uganda. The fans, the following, exceptional.
Ahead of Jinja,
yes,
match is drawing closer. What are your anticipations, since this is going to be your opener, your first rally this year?
Now, personally, see, being a doctor, I don't get intimidated by opener, because I've been racing since 2007. So it's like any other race. We are prepared, and we'll say inshallah, we say bismillah, and we go for it, and then we see what God has decided for us. We are going to put in the effort, and the results are in God's hands.
Okay, any message to your fans?
I'm just going to tell them that please, let's still maintain SOPs. Let's still know that COVID is real. Let's try and have a safe rally. You can see that a lot of people damaged their cars in Barara. The speeds were high. People were on the roads. Let's try and avoid unpleasantries. Let's make it a nice year.
Okay, let's switch to motocross.
Yes.
We are anticipating to see Ali.
Okay.
Yeah.
My son Ali has done his autocross, and actually this year they were planning to put him into CRC. But against better judgment, my wife and I felt that let him do a season in autocross, let him achieve a title there, and then promoted to the next class. So we've actually told our son, stay back and do autocross full season, because what he did the other time, he actually beat a lot of seniors that time. But we want him to improve, because see, he's a young guy with a powerful machine. We want him to hone his skills. Let him improve his skills so he becomes a better competitor.
Okay, about the medication, you've been offering free medication.
Unfortunately, in the beginning of the year, when I spoke to the federation, I was made to understand that the competitors were not happy with the service that I was giving them free of charge for the last 4 years, which surprised me, and I did not believe it, because a lot of the competitors are good friends of mine. They become my family friends in the years that I've been in motorsports. And I quickly rang them, and they said, doctor, that's rubbish. Please, we are supporting you. So I got back to the management, and I said, please, you guys, what's this? Only to be told that there was a scheme that they had put on the table. and where certain people who are going to benefit from monies. Remember, we are a poor country. I'm not going to say we are rich. We are not. Most of the drivers are not on sponsorship. Most of them are racing from their pockets. Though some of my competitors feel that rally is a rich man's game and they are rich people. God bless them. But I know the majority of them are struggling. Someone has even sent me a message today. Doctor, do you have any old tires? And so we are helping each other along the way. So I thought it was fair that I come on board and tell them, look, anyone who wants to come for a free medical, Ali Medical is there for the fraternity. Be it motorsports, be it motorcycles, motorbikes, or autocross, please, our doors are open. Okay, as much as we can, we are going to give you the service. Of course, specialized tests that are performed in countries like Australia and others, we are not offering. But we can identify the individuals who need those services and advise the competitor that, please, can you go do these tests? You see, I mean, today there was a proposed doping test that was supposed to be done 2 weeks prior to the race. Come on, gentlemen. Doping test 2 weeks before the event. I mean, does it serve a purpose? I don't think so.
Are you disappointed with the federation?
I'm not going to say I'm disappointed with the federation. I think there are few rotten apples that need to be weeded out. The majority of the team, I don't think, is bad. You can't say people are bad. I think sometimes a few influences make them do what they are doing.
Like the context I asked whether you're disappointed, it sounds weird, like someone giving you a free offer.
Yes.
And you say, I am going to get this.
It's this way. Like, see, I'll tell you one thing. I think again it comes to economics. Someone thought that they are going to make a lot of money, as a kickback. Now, as Ali Medical, if I'm going to give you a free service, of course I'm not going to give you a kickback. You understand? And I don't think any competitor is happy to spend 1 million shillings for a medical check for him and his driver, including the cost of going to the medical facility, okay, even before he has reached Barara. Yet, he has paid for school fees for his kids to go back to school. He's prepared his car that has been sitting in the garage for a duration. He's paying mechanics. He's paying his team to go to Barara. So I think those are all costs that we can help. So today I ask the fraternity, you have very good people on board, but what are they contributing to us guys? I'm sorry to say, zero. You see, today we have doctors who are on FMU. What service are they giving to us competitors? We have lawyers. What service are they giving? Our paperwork is so tight. It's like, we are the medical tests that were given was as though the drivers were supposed to go to NASA and go on the moon. You understand? So let's keep it real. My request is, let's keep it real so that we can encourage more guys and girls to come on board and race. The more numbers, so we can make money with numbers. We don't have to kill people to make money.
Any message to your long-time friend Rapataka? Because after winning Barra Rally, he says this championship is done.
Look,
he's back.
I am telling him, God bless him. Okay, but what did we do in 2008? We beat him. Okay, so please don't say that. This is a game. It's a sport. Let's fight it. Okay, I'm not going to say that I'm going to let him go. Come Ginger, we're going to chase him. Okay, so are the other competitors. You see, but I'm not going to abuse anyone, and I'm not going to say, no, that's not my job. My job is to make it a game that we all enjoy and to extend our relationships as a family. Now, if you look at locally organized rallies, okay, our rallies, the local NRCs have their own kavuyo, they have their own, so I prefer Pearl. Pearl, why? Because of the foreign eye. You will see that all along in all the Pearls, we are always in the top 5. Okay, yet when we are running on our local events, we are always relegated to a lower position because of timing issues and shortcuts and things like those. So you see, I prefer, as Ali Motorsports, I prefer going for the international events. I mean, if I didn't have children in school and I didn't have to look after my patients, okay, I would actually be preferring to do international events and do an ARC. but my economics do not allow me to do that. You see, so I am happy with the little racing that I do, and I'm promoting my son and others like him in the game.
Locally, which is your best event?
Look, Pearl of Africa. I'm not going to, and after that would be Mbarara Motor Club, because Mbarara does a good job. You see, my own mother club, which was Mozak, did good events, but it also has its teething issues that need to be sorted out.
Ever since the late Mohanj won the Pearl of Africa,
yes,
that one I think 1999.
Yes.
Do you, in your own observation,
yes,
do you think we should be hopeful that we'll have any other Ugandan?
You see, unfortunately, what we are doing is this, that we are not making it our event. We are making it their event. You understand? Like, for example, now see WRC came to Kenya.
Yeah.
It is their event. It is not our event. Our event means like what the South Africans did. They made the sport for their own people. You understand? So unfortunately, what happens is everyone wants an FT3 tank. Everyone wants this. Everyone wants a rally prepared car. Now, the budgets that we have in Uganda, only maybe 1 or 2 people can afford that kind of expenditure. You get me? So it becomes very difficult for you to compete with the R5s and the WRC cars. So automatically they will take the laurels. You will be left clinging at the end. But if the organizers, our organizers were sensitive and said, no, let us have this way, then you would see talent, like how you used to have the safari in olden days. Now you see, the Kenyans have brought up the Mini Classic, which is very much old school. So that tells you now who's the driver and who's the machine, or what is the machine. That's the challenge. So until and unless we don't put a foot in and say, we want ABC, we are just going to tag along with what the European world wants. And let me tell you, you tell me which of the local drivers can afford that caliber of car. Tell me, how many Skodas do you have in Uganda? How many Skodas? How many VWs? Not these Protos, I'm talking of the original. Okay? How many? None. There is no Skoda, there is no VW, what the Kenyans had or have. So really, we are not anyway. So you see, you can't compete. It's like you now sitting for an S4 exam and you have just done P7. There is no way. So Mohanji, God bless his soul, he was at a time, he was at his prime, and he could manage to buy a car that kept up. Similarly with Mr. Emakato, similarly with Riaz Kurji, they were at a time when they could afford and invested. They invested in the game. Today, we don't have that kind of investment. Right now, the only person who is investing well in motorsports is Mr. Yasin Nasa. And he's investing also in the game in a long way. He's supporting a lot of people.
And you saw him on the podium in Zambia.
That's it, because the investment, you see, and we are proud of him, because he's done good. You see, you have to call a spade a spade. You see, and he's the only one who today, I can say, that I'm proud of, as he has invested in the game and he's investing in us. If anyone needs anything, you call Mr. Yasin and he's going to look for a way to help you. That's Mr. Yasin for you. Which other Ugandan rally driver does that? Can you name me one? Don't say Dr. Ali. Dr. Ali just gives medical. So that makes us 2 of us. Who else? None. None. And in the late, Riaz Kurji had the same kind of heart. He was always helping. With tires, with fuel, with this, with that. That's it. Who else? Please correct me if I'm wrong. I stand to be corrected. Okay. Who else? Well, whoever is there is looking at how he can excel, how he can show the world that he's the best. So until we become selfless, I don't think the sport is going to grow much.